Good morning, everybody. This is about the job interviews and the way we take job interviews. You actually study for a very long time in your life to be in an interview. You literally spend around 12 years in school, 4 years in college, or 5 even, and then you sit in front of a series of tests. VQAR is commonly used term nowadays. Uh, Verbal, quantity, quality, and reasoning. Programming rounds, group discussions, written formats, and so many things are a part of an interview nowadays. Of all these things, when we finish it, we go to the HR round. When we go to the HR round, what is happening there is very, very important because the HR spends certain amount of time with you, certain amount of very important time with you. This time is very, very important because this is the way he judges you, this is the way he catches you, this is the way in many ways your life is, not just one day or another day. So what happens in job interviews, if you look at this, the mistakes people do, because of all these 16 years or 20 years of preparing yourself and you go to an interview, you happen to sit in front of a HR only for a brief amount of time, a few minutes. In this few minutes, he is willing to take a decision in a few seconds sometimes. There are certain do's and don'ts where we need to look at the HR, but now we have a statistics in front of me which is saying how people are. 67% of them, 67% of them, they are making mistakes in terms of, you know, they're making mistakes in terms of eye contact. It's not that they have some short sight or long sight, but eye contact simply means the software is not prepared properly. Your eyes are like that. Another common mistake is people are not having subject knowledge. When we say subject knowledge, the subject is the company, because a company is that which hires you, and when the company expects you is you should know something about them. Before going into the other aspects of this PPT, let me say how to have a subject knowledge of the company. The simplest thing is you can go to the website and look for a key main features. One is the company's objective, which may be very different, but because it may take a long time to update it, they won't normally. The best thing is you can look for the MOUs. The MOUs will say you where the company is headed, which company, which kind of domain in which they are traveling, and all these things. The other thing is you can look for the press release, which will give you further details of the company's social presence, through which you can understand where the company is heading towards. Another important thing is the company's work culture. Glass doors, back doors, and all these kind of websites can give you the company's feedback, but be aware of it because these are people who come out of the company. Contacting people in person or in LinkedIn directly and asking about company can be considered awkward. So don't do that, but try to observe the pattern. That is very, very important. Most importantly, companies have their list of disclosures. So they need to disclose certain things to the shareholders. So that is also a loop in which you can go and look for what is happening there. So that is very important. So these things can give you an idea of what to do and what not to do in terms of companies' backup check. Why they need this? Why do a company need you to know about them? Simple. Because you are going to work there. If you are going to work in a company, you should understand about the company, and the HR is expecting that you understand about the company before coming. So you come prepared when you come to the company. So that is what is very, very important than anything else. Lack of smile. Why don't you smile? Because you're not prepared, you're tensed, you're rigid. Not because you're like that all the time, but if necessary preparation is there, these things can take away. Bad posture 33, crossing arms 21, but they are the same actually. But bad posture can include so many things. Handshakes, playing with hair. See, I don't have much.